So, what is the best audio interface for the home studio? Well, here I have a selection of interfaces at different price points. I'm gonna talk about who they're good for and what's their best use. By the end of this video, you will be able to tell which one is good for you in your budget. My name is Claudio, I'm a music producer, I'm a music lover, I'm a keyboard player, and I run these beautiful studios in central London. On this channel, I talk about gear, music production, mixing, and mastering. If this is the stuff you're into, then I suggest you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out. And now, let's dive into it. The first category is for the very beginner, and in this range you will get very basic features. The preamp quality will be sufficient to get you started in the music making game. This is best suited for beat makers, singers, and guitarists who need a basic sound but an efficient one. We will call this category inexpensive. My choice for this category is M-Audio M-Track Solo. So as you can see here, you've got input number 1, input number 2, and output. On the front panel, you got input number 1, which can be line input, like a synthesizer, a keyboard, something like that, or it can be a microphone. Input number 2, you have a line input, again, or it can be a guitar dash bass input. Guitar and basses have a different impedance, which I will get into in the next episodes. This is the phantom power switch, which allows you to use different type of microphones. This is your connection for headphones, and this is the direct or USB input, depending on what you want to monitor through the speakers. On the back of the interface, you get a USB connection, which also gives the unit power. So you don't need an external power adapter for this one. And here you got your connection for the speakers. Now this unit is super lightweight and it's super portable, so in actual facts you can use it on the train, you can use it traveling, and it's very good for that matter. On the other hand, the metering on this unit are very limited. Also, the quality of the preamps, it's good enough to record some music, but it's not exactly super professional. This is the perfect entry-level interface, but also some of my choices include Behringer Euphoria UMC22, Native Instruments Complete Audio 1, Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3 3rd Generation, Mackie Onyx Artist 1.2. With the next range of audio interfaces, you can obtain a better quality, and these interfaces are better suited for laptop in-the-box producers, maybe for a little bit more advanced home recording studios, but also for podcasters and keyboard players for that matter. And we will call this category affordable. My choice is the Scarlett 2i2 by Focusrite. This is a much better build quality. It's all metal, as you can tell. It has now 2 microphone inputs, and that's why it's good for podcasters as well, because you're gonna need more than 1 microphone for that, right? But on this, you can also select instruments for each of the 2 channels. So you can connect a bass and a guitar. So maybe if you're doing a little jam at home and you play guitar and somebody plays bass, you can use this one to track both of them at the same time. Also, you have gain, individual for each one. You also have this air button, which makes the sound a bit brighter, just if you want to give it that little shine right from the beginning. On the top you have phantom power, and below you got monitor selection. And what's different about this, that now you have a volume pot for your speakers and a volume pot for your headphones. Also, your headphones connector now is a 1/4-inch jack. And on the back you get 1/4-inch jack, which are a little bit more solid, and your USB connection, and this as well is powered by USB. As you can imagine, the quality of the sound on this guy is a little bit better because, well, firstly it's Focusrite and they're quite famous for their preamps, but it's also in general the build quality and the more advanced features that will allow you to obtain a bit better results. In the same category, I also like the Roland Rubix 22, Mackie Onyx Producer 2x2, Focusrite Scarlett 4i4 3rd Generation, M-Audio Air 19214, Steinberg UR22 MK2, Motu M4. Now we have the more powerful interfaces that can handle larger number of inputs and outputs for more complex systems where you have more than one synthesizer or multiple microphone, etc. This range is for advanced producers, drum recording, small bands, multi-instrumentalists for that matter. We'll call this range mid-price. My choice for that is the PreSonus Studio 1824C, which just at a glance you can tell it's much harder, much heavier, much more substantial build quality. 8 preamps. This means you can connect a lot of microphones. You can do very large podcasts with this one as well. And what's good about it is that you have 2 of those inputs, and it's multiple inputs, right in front, and all the other inputs are in the back. These are all XLR balanced inputs, and you can use high quality microphones, high quality lines. This is a bit more substantial. These are your outputs, and it even has digital outputs and inputs. This is SPDIF, this is optical, and you can pass many channels through this. It even has word clock, which is used in more advanced situations where you have multiple digital systems and you want to make sure that they're locked to the same clock. And also you have input and output for MIDI. This is vital for synthesizers, especially the old ones that didn't have USB like nowadays. Also, you can connect 2 headphones. Now this is quite important because if you're going to record an artist and you're there working out the laptop, then you can have different levels for different headphones. Volume control, extensive metering this time so that you can see what's going on with each channel. This is one of the better interfaces, and in this range I also like the Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 3rd generation, Antelope Zen Go Synergy Core, Tascam US 20x20, Arturia AudioFuse 8 Pre, RME Fireface UCX. The final category is for interfaces of the highest specifications, quality, and number of channels. These are best suited for professional studios, analog output processing, high track count recordings, mastering, etc. We will call this category higher price. For this, I'm gonna show you my mixing and mastering room. Come with me. This is a good room, you'll see. So this is the mixing and mastering room, and in this room we use a Orion HD. This is a 32 inputs, 32 outputs, mastering grade audio interface. Obviously, an interface like the Antelope Orion with so many channels and such high quality is important, if not vital, to have in a professional setting. But it will work just as well at home. Other great choices for professional interfaces are RME Fireface UFX2, Antelope Discrete 8 Synergy Core, Universal Audio Apollo Twin, Universal Audio Apollo 6. So now you know what interface you need for your home studio. It would be great if you could let me know your thoughts in the comments here below. Maybe you may want to let me know what subjects to tackle in the next episodes. In the meantime, I hope that you're staying super inspired and that you're making great music. I will see you next time.